I am from Bhutan. I am a bona fide citizen of Bhutan. I born in Bhutan, and Bhutan is a small country in Asia. It is between other two big countries like India and China. China is in the northern side, and India in the other sides. So I was living there in Bhutan, and I got my primary education there in Bhutan. I got the primary education, that is up to 6th grade there, and after that I had to leave the country. Rupa people, or the people who were having the power, they gradually started discriminating the other tribes of people. They did not allow us to speak our language in the school, and they burned our Nepali books in the school, and there was no any subject as a Nepali in the school. It is very painful to say also that they took our Nepalese girl and they raped them also. They made our people to eat beef, pork, and according to our religion, we don't take meat. In the year 1990, we made a very, very peaceful movement just to ask for the human rights in the country. We made a demand letter, we want this, we want this, we want this. They did not respond in a positive way, but they just accused us as terrorists. They accused us that we had bombs with us, we had guns with us, and they started coming to the village everywhere. The police and the army, they started coming, and they started confiscating the properties like our cattle, our other food crops, cash crops, whatever we had, they started confiscating. So Bhutan was making a plan also how to get rid of us so that the people from the northern side could come and settle in the south. And we had nowhere to go and complain our sorrows and the discrimination that we were facing. The head of the families were started taking to the jail, and they were beaten, and they were made compulsion to sign a form, and the form was called voluntary migration form. So to avoid the signing, what we had to do is we had to run away from home so that the army and police, they might not get chance to take them to the jail. Cow, goats, sheep, buffaloes, everything we set free from their sheds, and we started our journey. We came to India, and it was a long walk of like more than 24 hours. There was a refugee camp, only one camp in Nepal. The name of that camp was Maidhar camp. We enrolled there in the refugee camp, and we became refugee. So in that way, we started our life in the refugee camp. After like 6 months, we shifted to another camp because the Maidhar camp was not organized, it was not well managed. Many people, they started dying there because of epidemic. There were no use of electricity in the camp. We also came to another place called Goldhap, and later on the camp became Bhutanese refugee camp in Goldhap. So I started my education again from grade 7 in refugee camp. After finishing my high school education, I joined college, the local college. First of all, I worked as a program supervisor in a child and disabled program run by Save the Children UK. In 2003, in 1 year, I became the head of the camp, the highest post in that committee, and I just started teaching in our school. We had to produce many things to be a teacher in a school, like our citizenship card, the license to teach, everything, but we could not produce. So when I started preparing to come to US, then I left the job. When we are in refugee camp, we were busy, or we were always thinking about how to find a bright future. We were thinking that Bhutan was our future. We were trying to go back to our country. We did many other things to go back to Bhutan, but all the activities, they failed, because Bhutan was not in the position to take Nepali back. Indian Army, they did not allow us to go back. US government proposed us to be the citizen of US. When we arrived in US in the beginning, it was very, very difficult. Gradually, when we started learning the system, started being used to with such kind of activities. My father and mother, they do not understand English. We had no money with us, and the IRC office was providing us a certain kind of financial aid. They have stopped giving us the cash assistant. They are providing certain amount of money in the food stamps. And my wife and me, both, we are doing the jobs, and we also have certain amount of income, which is more helpful for us to run the family. It is good that we are very happy that we are able to go or continue with our own culture and religion. I, on behalf of my family, and also on behalf of all the Bhutanese families living here in US, we are very much thankful to the US government and other agencies which they help us to be here. And still, what we want to say is, we are very new to the US. The culture of US is different, and different things are very new to us, and English is our second language. It is not yet improved. The problem is that the people without a good language, they are facing difficulties in getting the jobs. So if certain people from the government side, or from the agency side, or from other organization, if they can at least provide a certain kind of job-oriented skills, like trainings to our people, it would be better for us, or for our people, to get a job. We find it difficult to go in the legal process. Listen our voice, listen our sorrows, and help when we are in need.